As this NBA season comes to an end, the Chicago Bulls have had many ups and downs this season, from having a good start and eventually slowing down, and now from recently acquiring Nikola Vucevic. It doesn't seem like the Bulls are going to make the playoffs this year. In fact, the odds are very low. But in this video, I will explain why the Chicago Bulls have one of the brightest futures in the NBA and why I can guarantee you that they will have a playoff spot next year. But before we get onto the video, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you guys get my videos right away. And with all that being said, let's get right into the video. The Chicago Bulls are currently sitting at the 11th seed in the East right now with a 29 win and 39 loss record. But don't let that distract you. The Bulls are going to make the playoffs next year. To start off, the Bulls obviously have Zach LaVine, who has really transformed his game into a legitimate superstar this year. This season, Zach has averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists while shooting an amazing 41.7% from 3. Zach has shown this season that he can be the number one option and can single-handedly take over games. The future is so bright for Zach since he's only beginning his prime, and now he has more help with Nikola Vucevic. Speaking of help, the Bulls also picked up another all-star in Nikola Vucevic this trade deadline, and that's exactly what the Bulls desperately needed. Vucevic is the perfect center for the Bulls, as he can be a traditional big man with his above average post-up game, but he can also extend his range and pull up from the 3 with consistency and accuracy. This season, Nikola was named an all-star, averaging 23.9 points, 11.6 rebounds, and 3.4 assists per game while shooting 41.3% from the 3-point line. This all-star duo is going to be a problem in the future as they are already forming their chemistry, as I do know that chemistry was a problem between Nikola and Zach when they first started playing together, but in the past couple of weeks the chemistry is really forming within this duo. Just last game against the Detroit Pistons, Nikola and Zach LaVine had an amazing games as Nikola had 29 points, 16 rebounds, and 2 assists while Zach LaVine had 30 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. In that game, you could really see the chemistry forming as they did run some nice sets together with the pick and roll. I also noticed against the Pistons that Zach and Nikola were smiling, high-fiving, and they were, encouraging each other, and it really seems like they were having a good time and that chemistry was forming. And that chemistry between Nikola and Zach is only going to form even better as they move on to this offseason, because Nikola and Zach have literally only been together for about 2 months and they still are learning to adjust to each other. But no doubt, going forward into next season, this duo is going to be one of the best in the league next year. Next, the Bulls also have some nice young pieces in Coby White, who even last year before the season ended was getting a lot of hype and people were really starting to take notice of Coby White's play. But now this season, Coby has further evolved his game, averaging 15.2 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game while shooting 35% from 3. This season, Coby White has shown that he is a real scorer, but he has suffered with his problems with turnovers this season, but that goes for the whole Chicago Bulls team, as turnovers were ridiculous this season, and that's the point of emphasis that the coaching staff is gonna have to look at. Next, we have another nice rookie piece with Patrick Williams, who has shown that he can play lockdown defense and can be a pest. One thing I would like to see more of Patrick next season is to be more aggressive offensively and grow his game in that aspect. A lot of people, when Patrick got selected in the draft, were really uncertain about how good he can be. A lot of people still think that he's only going to be a good 3-and-D player, but I really do think that the Bulls have found a gem in Patrick Williams, as when he develops this offensive game, he's going to be a real all-star and a big problem one day in the league. But again, he has had an impressive rookie season. Even for him to be this good defensively for a rookie is honestly amazing, and it's going to help the Bulls moving forward into the offseason. The Bulls also did recently sign Daniel Theis, who I'm not a big fan of, but he is a decent player who plays his role for this team. Obviously, the Bulls still have Lauri Markkanen, who had some nice rookie season, but then he did fall off a little bit. I still like Lauri Markkanen, but he just has too many struggles this season. But hopefully this offseason that he can get adjusted to this Bulls team with the addition of Vucevic and finally find his role. As you guys can clearly see, the Bulls do have a decent young core, and especially in this offseason when Nikola Vucevic has more time to adjust and build that chemistry with Zach LaVine and this whole Bulls team, it's gonna look a whole lot better. The Bulls' last stretch of games this season have been really amazing, and the turnovers have been limited, and I hope that the Bulls can finish off on a strong note this season, moving ahead to the offseason with a lot to look forward to and improving. Now, let's talk about how the Bulls can be a potential good landing destination for some nice free agents this offseason, as they now have two legitimate all-stars in Vucevic and Zach LaVine. They also have a nice core with promise, and I don't see why somebody wouldn't consider the Bulls as a realistic option moving ahead into the offseason. I know if I'm a free agent, I would take a look at the Bulls. They would be on my list, because they're going to be a problem next year. And especially if the Bulls can get some nice picks this NBA draft, it's going to look even more appealing to an NBA free agent, because this team is just missing one other star player. Then they'll have 3 official stars. And trust me, man, this Bulls team has some shooting, it has defense. All they need is a little bit more playmaking. If they can get that point guard that has more playmaking, like a Chris Paul, I know it's highly unlikely, but that would be the key piece to this team, and that's what I think they're missing. But no doubt, I think this Bulls team is going to make the playoffs next year. Comment down below, am I wrong or right? Can the Bulls make a playoff push next year? I honestly think so, because they were, in the beginning of the season, looking like they were going to be a playoff team, and it was looking like they were going to be in the play-in tournament, but then obviously things did fall off after, and now they're sitting at the 11th spot. But this is going to conclude the video. I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that don't sleep on the Bulls next year, because they're going to come even more hungry, and especially with all these new players they're getting, it's going to be a completely different team. And if you're watching this video, please make sure to drop that like so I know that you guys have been watching the whole video. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell so you guys get my videos right away. One more thing I always mention is comment down below video ideas, your favorite team, your favorite player, as I will make a video on them as I make content that you guys like, as even this video, making a video on the Bulls, was a suggestion by one of you guys. I'll definitely pin the comment if I can see it. But thanks for all the support shown lately. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. And with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.